Okay, so in this maths lesson, we are learning how to add two values together. Now we're still adding money, and that's why we're not just going straight to the column method. So here I have a part and whole model method, and on this side down here, I've got 4 steps that you need to follow in order to get the correct answer. So that's these ones here. Right, so first step is I'm going to add the values together in each circle. So I want to have 2 values. I want to know how much money is in this first circle, and I want to know how much money is in this second circle as well. So I have got £5.51. So I'm just going to create a text box over here. So in my first box, I've got £5.51. In my second part here, I've got £1, £2, and 50 and 60. So £2.60. So I'm going to type that down as well. Okay, that's the first step done. Finding out how many is in each part. Okay, the second step, we're not going to try and add them together yet. The second step is I'm going to add the pounds separately, and then I'm going to add the pence in both of them. So I've got 5, let's just put a 1 there just to make sure that's very, very clear. So let's add the pounds first. I've got £5 and £2. So that gives me £7. And now let's add the pence together. So I've got 51 pence and I've got 60 pence. Well, my number bonds from last year tell me that 5 plus 6 is 11. So 50 plus 60 would be 110. Add the 1, we've got 111 pence. Okay, step 3 is now I'm going to convert the pence into pounds. So I've still got that £7. I can't convert £7 into £7, same thing. But I am going to convert this 111 pence into pounds. So I know there's 100 pennies in £1, so I know I can take 100 out and convert that to £1, and I'd have 11 pennies left. So I've got £1 and 11p. So I've got £1 and 11p there. Okay, and then the fourth step and the final step is now we're going to add them together. So again, I'm going to add the pounds first. So £7 plus £1 gives me £8. Add the 11p, I've got £8 and 11p. That's the answer. So what I've done there is I've broken down quite a complicated addition into those 4 simple stages. I found out how much was in each part. I then added the pounds together and I added the pence together. I converted the pence into pounds and I added the totals together. Don't try and rush ahead and just add them without following those 4 steps. It's a really good skill to have to convert those pence into pounds. I would then create a box in here to say that the whole is £8 and 11 pence. Completed. Okay, so the next skill that we need to practice is grouping coins together to make 100p. Because 100p is £1, and when we're adding 2 lots of coins together, we really want to find those number bonds to 100 to convert them into pounds, because they're easier to add. Adding 7 to 2 is easier than adding 700 to 200. So I've got some coins here. I've got 50p, a 10p, a 20p, and a 5p. So if I've got 2 50p's and I'm adding all of these coins together, it would be much easier for me to group the 2 50p's together to make £1 and then add the following coins. the rest of the coins together. However, I might not have two 50p's, and it might look like this amount. So at this point then, I've got to now know my number bonds to 100 really well, and know that my number bonds to 100 are pretty much the same as my number bonds to 10. So I know that 5, 2, 2 and 1 make 10. So I know 50, 20, 20 and 10 make 100 here. This is where playing with money and grouping money is really important. So knowing that you're grouping two 20s and a 10 to make a 50 and then add another 50 to make a pound is really crucial here. So here I would put the 50 down. I know 20 and 20 and a 10 make another 50, and I know 50 add 50 make 100, which make a pound, and then it's easy to add the 5p on the end. So I've got £1 5p. Let's have a think of a different way that could be set out. It might look like this. I might have all of these coins. So can I find 100 here? I've got 50p, I've got a 20p, I know two 10s make a 20, and then I've got another 10 to make that into 50, and that would be £1. And then I can add on the 10 and the 5 easily. I've got £1, 10, 15, £1, 15. So trying to find those groups to 100 are really, really crucial here. Sometimes you'll have amounts which seem like they're going to be really tricky to add up. And here we've got an example. £4.56 plus 99p. Now, if you were going to draw that in coins, you'd have to include a lot of coins, which opens up that window of mistakes. If you were going to do it on a column method, there'd be a lot of exchanging, which would open that window for mistakes to be made. There's a really simple way, and it's using your work of subtraction here. So we're going to add and subtract in order to add 99p. So I've got a number line here just so you can visualize it. And I've put this biggest number on the left-hand side here. And adding 99p, I could do 9 jumps of 10 and then 9 jumps of 1. But again, that's a lot of steps and there's a big window for mistakes. So I'm going to show you a quicker way here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add £1. So one big jump, and I'm going to add £1 on first. Now I'm adding £1 because I know from my place value that £1 is 100 pennies, and 100 pennies is very, very close to 99 pennies. So I've added the £1, and £1 onto £4.56 is quite easy to solve. It's £5.56. That won't give me the right answer because that's adding a pound, and the question asked me to add 99p. So I need to remember that I need to take away 1p as well to now make it so that I've added 99p. So I'll just put that there so you can see exactly what I've done. I didn't do that though, did I? I took away 1p. There we go, better. And I'll pop that on there to show you that that's what that is doing. So now it's now easy to take away 1p from the £5.56. I end up with £5.55 as my answer. So if you're adding 99p, add a pound, add 100 pennies, then take one away. Adding 100 or adding 1 is an easy step. Taking away 1 is an easy step. So you've taken something that's really difficult and you've made it into something that's really easy. Okay, so how can we apply what we've just learned into a word problem? A book costs £5.99. There's that 99 again. A magazine costs £1.75. How much do the book and magazine cost all together? So the first thing I'm going to do, just like when we did here, the first step was find out how much was in each part. Well, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to find out how much was in each part and write it down so it's clear. Get rid of the words. I've got, £5.99 plus £1.75. Step 1. Okay, so step 2, reminding ourselves, was add the pounds together and add the pence together. So, step 2, add the pounds together. I've got £5 and £1. That would give me £6. 5 add 1, simple. Now add the pence together. I've got 99 and 75. Could be really tricky. But I know from my method on slide 3 that actually it's going to be quite simple. So I could do 75 add 100, take away 1. So 75 add 100 is 175. Take away 1 is 174. So that gives me 174 pence there. So step 3, going back to here, is convert pence into pounds. So I'll leave the £6 as it is. Then at 174, I'm going to convert into pounds and pence. 100 is £1. So now it's going to be £1, decimal point, 74 pence. If I forgot the decimal point, it would look like £174, which would get me the incorrect answer. So remember that there. And then step 4, is to add them all together. So £6, add £1 is £7, decimal point, add the 74 pence. There we go, correct answer. Okay, so have a go at the next few questions. Come back and watch the video again if you need to, even if it's just different parts of it. These methods are really, really good methods to be practicing.